Zazoka. We'll start with finance. Thank you, Mr. President. 11.01 is going to be the treasurer's agreement with our current treasurer to extend it an additional year. It's dated July of this year, so I'm assuming that Mr. Maloney's expires July of this year?
June 30.
Okay. It's the same contract as last year, no increase, $1,000 per month, and he would continue to do the same things that he does currently. Any questions on that?
Yes, Mr. Gazoka. If it's the same contract agreement for Mr. Maloney, will he be attending the committee meetings and also the board meetings?
According to the contract, Mr. Aliola, no, and then we would have to pay an additional $185 per hour if we want him to attend. So I have an issue with that also, but the way it stands, it's $1,000 per month to do what he's been doing. If we would like him to attend, we can notify him with appropriate time, which I'm assuming is a couple weeks out, a week out maybe, and that he would bill us at the rate of $185.
Okay, the suggestion, recommendation is to find an alternative board treasurer, preferably a CPA that has knowledge base in public school codes, etc., and see if that individual really should put it out, since it is a contract and it's over $10,000, it should be put out to bid.
Attorney Senate, it's a professional contract, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be put out to bid.
Okay.
Professional service.
Okay.
Lou, I agree with you about the coming to meetings, but I mean, this is what it is. I think he's done a decent job as being our treasurer, without doubt. He is a CPA. I do have a problem with him not attending our meetings unless we pay him, but this was gone over in the past, so I think it's basically what it is. So we're not taking a vote tonight, we're just moving it forward, but at the end of the month, if you want to vote no, you certainly can do that, and I plan on voting no for the only reason I have no problem with Mr. Maloney.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Number 2, which is 11.02, is the tax claim adjustments. And I have a question about this. This is from George Baldwin. Isn't it normally like when we eliminate taxes on mobile homes, isn't it normally like an individual that ends up not paying their taxes for X amount of years? I'm just kind of interested, would Mr. Baldwin be like the owner of the park? Mr. George Baldwin, or whoever that company is? That was a little unusual to me that that's coming from a realtor. I've always seen it from an individual that hasn't paid their taxes, and after a couple of years, it's recalled.
He could be the manager.
I'm sure he's probably the owner.
He might be the manager.
But,
I'm not sure. All it indicates is that it's an abandoned mobile home.
okay. It just looked a little bit unusual.
He could be the owner or the realtor, either one.
Yeah, okay.
The bottom line is confirmed by the assessment office, and that's the key.
They're making the recommendation, yep.
Right.
11.03 is a agreement to extend our audit with Z&A.
Yeah, what's the urgency for the extension?
I'm assuming their contract expires this year, June 30th of 2016. So this is saying that we would extend it 2017, 2018, and 2019.
Okay, well, you're talking about extending a contract whereby DNA is charging, according to the last bid contract, DNA is charging about $15,000 to $18,000 more per year. If the agreement contract expires June 30th, 2017, then what is the urgency that this came up for a year ahead of schedule. And why isn't, since this is an auditor's agreement, shouldn't this go out to bid? We're providing employment for those individuals in Allegheny County, Pittsburgh, and you're not providing any support to Erie County CPAs or auditing firms. I have a great, I'm very dissatisfied with this. I believe, and it probably will be my recommendation at the board meeting, to put it out to bid. You have a full year to obtain a bid for the auditing services. Thank you.
I will,
I'll
agree, and
I
I'll talk with.
have 2 new board members that contacted me regarding the same thing. Why do we have a Pittsburgh firm when we have a lot in Erie? And Janine specifically wasn't sure whether this was being voted on or not, but she asked me to have it tabled so that we can put it up for discussion before any decision is made.
Is there a sense of urgency on this?
No.
I think we could do an RFP, and then, you know, if we, not necessarily bid, but we could just do a request for proposals on it and see what comes back.
We can table it.
And it's not gonna screw us up at all, they're doing this year's, correct?
Correct.
So we're fine, okay.
Well, and there's obviously no urgency, being that it is for next year.
Correct.
Correct. I do
Then,
know that
Yeah,
part of the reason
I
why we
think
chose
that
them.
it needs to go out, and we need to see what's available again. When we're talking about saving money in different places, I mean, I know from the last one, there was significant savings, but we were at a point where everything was kind of broken. So, looking forward and everything is, you know, on track, I think that this is one of those areas that you can save a lot of money.
Yeah, we can table that. What were we gonna say?
I know that one of the reasons last time we chose this was the resources they had available to them at the state level. Second, I understand about saving money, but at the same time, changing your auditors every year does come at a toll on the business office, which is a whole lot more hours coming our way because they're gonna have to learn the new processes, so on and so forth. So I'm not against going out for an RFP at all, but sometimes you pay for what you get. So just want to caution you.
Yeah, is that Mr. O'Toole?
Yes.
We're not going out every year. Why did you say that we're going out every year and changing the auditors? It's a 3-year contract.
Right. You're correct. I think he just meant that the consistency of staying with somebody may outweigh whatever financial benefit we would get from, you know, selecting somebody with a lower price. But we could table this. We could table it, go out to get some RFPs, and we certainly have plenty of time to look at this, so that's not a problem.
Thank you.
Awesome. The next one would be a contract with Assessment Evaluations, Inc. That is Mr. Robert Glowacki, and we have used them. I'm questioning that the letter is dated January. Would we renew him as of July 1, Aaron? Is that,
Correct.
okay. And we've utilized him now for a number of years, correct?
Correct.
And we've had no problems with him. I did see that there's like a caveat in here that the tax would have to change by $2,000 or so. Does that sound right? Before they determine that they're going to go after it?
3,000.
Is it 3,000?
Correct. For
I
us,
wonder if we might want to look at that and possibly adjust that number down a bit, or is that the right number?
I mean, you're starting to get to the point, if it doesn't generate X amount of dollars, it's not even valuable for us to put in the time.
The cost that we would use to challenge it, we'd be paying more than we'd be.
Yeah, so that's probably the tipping
Right.
point? Okay.
Was it